Hello to everybody from Yamagata, Japan. How's it going? Sorry it took a little while longer to get back to you than I was expecting. Somehow finding internet has been like my biggest problem so far that I really wasn't expecting to have. But, finally got that all settled out. I'm all, good and comfortable here in Yamagata getting ready for school and stuff. But I thought you guys would still like to know how my trip in Tokyo went, so I figured now would be a good time as ever to fill y'all in. Okay, here we go. No turning back. This is actually happening. I'm going to Japan. Wow. Okay. This is where I will be sitting for the next 13 hours. Comfy, huh? I was glad to have some comforting things from home. My little pillow from my sister and a blanket from my brother to help make this incredibly long trip, at least a little bit less incredibly long. I also have this cute little airplane kit from my fantastic boyfriend. I wasn't able to open it until I got on the plane, and it was definitely worth the wait. Snacks and a coloring book and Sudoku. This kid really knows me well. I definitely spent my time on this plane very wisely. Greeted at the airport with my first bit of odd Japanese technology. She was kind of creepy. She said hi to you in Japanese and English, and also did this like really weird bow. Like I don't even understand, but kind of cool, Welcome to Japan, guys. After lugging my very heavy luggage up and down way too many steps, I made it to my hostel. Yay! Super cute, and this space is all mine. Okay, so here's the dealio. From this point on, I don't really have a whole lot of pictures for a couple more days. I got this SD card like right before I left. I don't know if you guys recognize this brand at all or whatever, but I took a bunch of pictures on my camera with this, and I can't pull them up on my computer or on my camera anymore. My computer won't read the card. I don't know what's going on. I hope I can get these pictures back from the last couple of days, but until then, you're just gonna have to look at me while I tell you what happened. So let me see. We're on our first day still. I just got to the hostel and, kind of getting all settled in, and I really like the place. It feels great, but I do not. It's my first big trip by myself. I'm kind of confused and lonely and not really sure of myself or what to do, but just gotta fake it till you make it, right? I sort of went on a little walk after I got there by myself, looked at all of the little restaurants and stuff that were kind of, relatively close to my area, and, had to make the decision, okay, do I want to go out and eat dinner by myself or try to get some people to go with me? So, I did something very out of Sarah normal character and went up to the little common area at our hostel and just kind of was like, hey, who wants to go get dinner? And, putting myself out there like that, stopping myself from pulling myself in and being scared, got me to get, four great people from the hostel to go with me. And we ended up getting lost in Shibuya, and we found a nice little kaiten sushi restaurant, which is the one where they have like little plates of sushi and they just kind of go around on these little conveyor belts, and it's super cute, and it was really fun. It was great to, spend this time with those people and, not be stuck by myself, eating some sort of convenience store dinner. Not that those aren't completely and totally delicious, but I think it was great to, be able to step out of my normal comfort zone and talk to some different people, and it was a lot of fun. I ended up sitting next to this really nice Japanese guy who told me all about his son studying in Seattle and about how he had been to Ohio and he studied there himself. So it was really cool, just to kind of talk and sit, with all these totally different people from different places, and it was great, experience to kind of do. And along those sort of same lines, I'm just about to turn 21, so I haven't really, had that, big first bar experience back in the United States, but I guess the legal age is 20 here, so okay, only a couple weeks off my birthday, so don't get on me about this. But I got to do my first bar experience, and it was really great. Nothing crazy. Didn't go out and get like super drunk or anything, but um, it was definitely really cool. How many people get to say that they got to go to their first bar in Tokyo, Japan, with I think it was a bunch of Australian guys, some guy from Sweden, maybe. I don't know, like just it was really cool to kind of just open up and, if I hadn't had that confidence myself, I would never, have that really cool experience. So I'm really glad for that, for sure. Okay, so now it's Thursday. It's my first full day by myself, kind of have all of my stuff planned out and ready to go. I had planned on going to the zoo and spending some time in the Science Museum in Ueno Park, but I didn't really plan for all of the rain that was going to happen. Thankfully, 7-Eleven has really cheap umbrellas, so I got myself my big, plastic umbrella and started off at the Science Museum in the park, and it was huge. Like, oh my goodness, it was fantastic. I could definitely spend like all day there, even though most of everything was in Japanese. Like, all of the little information things were in Japanese, but every once in a while I could find, a little touchscreen thing with some information in English. So that was kind of cool. But the first thing I went when I got there, I did this 360 theater thing, which I was like, okay, maybe it's gonna be like, IMAX at home. But you stand on this bridge in the middle of this giant sphere thing, and video is projected literally like on all sides, like up on the ceiling and the walls, and even like down below you. The bridge we had some like clear floors so you could see down underneath, and it was so cool. There was the first video we watched was like an oceanic food chain something or other, and then the second one was about like early human things. I don't know, but it was really cool, and it was really neat to kind of like see that sort of technology and all that cool things. And then from there I went to the rest of the exhibits, and there was like a world science section and a Japanese science section. I decided to start in the world science section, and there was a bunch of different floors, and like each floor had its own theme. There was a little bit on chemistry, some physics and hands-on sort of things, lots of biology, and different plants and animals, and so many bugs pinned up on little whatever things. It was really cool. And I think my favorite part was like the science history section. I think lots of natural science museums, back home don't have, a big, science history section in them. So it was really cool to kind of see, the development of science, in Japan and, throughout the rest of the world. And it was really neat to, get to see all those old sorts of things. And I ended up spending, a good few hours there, a lot longer than I had expected. I never even got to go to the Japan science section before I ended up deciding, okay, gotta get to the zoo before it closes. By the time I left, it was still a little cloudy, but, not as wet and rainy, and I got to see so many animals. I don't know. I love zoos. Maybe that's weird, but I got to see the pandas, of course. They were so cute, and I think they were just feeding the pandas, so they were sitting there eating their, little stacks of bamboo or whatever, and it was so cute. And there were lots of animals that were a little bit different from the ones back at home, but I had to see my favorite. I had to go all the way to the other end of the park, but I made myself all the way to the other end of the park to go see the giraffes, and they were, of course, fantastic. So it was a lot of fun. And the Ueno Park itself was just beautiful. The cherry blossoms are just beginning to bloom in Tokyo, so it was really cool to kind of go and see those, see all the people, taking pictures, so I didn't feel so bad, pulling out my camera, like taking a bunch of pictures, which unfortunately I don't have anymore, but, it was a lot of fun. And then I got back to the hostel for an early night, to get in. I was kind of tired, more really tired, but, so that was that.